want to do a quick video comparing 3 fragrances, all created by Daniel Gallagher, that are very similar, in hopes that it will help you to decide which one might be best for you. Of course, you should sample, but here are my thoughts. So I'm going to compare Rosé All Day to the fragrances that were released afterwards but smell very similar in my opinion. You have Midnight Jasmine from Pearlescent Parfums instead of Gallagher, but it's still his brand. And then Rosé Noir. So I will say, actually, I originally purchased Rosé All Day myself in the old bottles, but Daniel did send me all 3 of these, so including the new bottle of Rosé All Day, the Rosé Noir, and the Midnight Jasmine. Now, he sent me this, actually these 2 together, to replace my old bottle, but he sent me these 2 quite a while ago before I decided to go on a long break slash, we'll call it a sabbatical. So I feel kind of bad that I'm just now getting around to talking about this on my channel because he was kind enough to send this to me. But as you know, I really enjoy Daniel's fragrances. I bought a lot before he ever started sending me things, including Rosé All Day, which has always been one of my very favorites. Wicked Good, I usually say, is my favorite from him, probably, but still, oh God. Wicked Good and Vanilla Silk. Those 2 are like competing for my favorite, then Rosé All Day. Really love that one. Behold Patchouli is great as well. And those are all ones that I purchased with my own money, but he has kindly sent me these and I would like to compare them for you. So let's start with the original Rosé All Day. So this comes only in 50 mils now. And they used to come, I used to have a 100 ml bottle in the old packaging that he had, but I do really think this new packaging looks pretty sharp. So this is a beast fragrance, just to be aware. I just sprayed this twice in my room and I'm gonna smell this for like the next 3 days. But it's yummy. So they tell you what's on here. It's like apple crisp, plum, dark rose, brown sugar, tonka bean, stainless steel. The stainless steel note in here does put some people off. I want to say that, you know, I definitely pick it up. I can pick up that metallic thing, but I don't think it's off-putting personally. It's just this delicious, like it says apple crisp, vanilla tonka-y kind of thing to me. Oh, it's so nice. I do think there's a little bit of patchouli in here, which is not on the label, but I do think it smells like there's a touch of patchouli. And does it even say anything about woods? I feel like there's a woodiness to it as well. And maybe even some, I don't know, maybe some musk or as well. But it's wonderful. I love this. Like I said, very strong, sweet apple crisp. Definitely get that, the brown sugar, the plum. And yeah, vanilla, I would say. But the metallic note is there, just FYI. It is there. I don't find it unpleasant, but that's the one thing that does make some people dislike this, I think. Otherwise, I think a lot of people are very interested in this note composition because it just sounds delicious, and it is. So that's the original Rosé All Day. Now, after that, I think, yeah, so Midnight Jasmine was released next from Pearlescent Parfums, I believe. These 2 were released fairly close to one another, but I think Midnight Jasmine came out first. Midnight Jasmine is the 3rd fragrance from Pearlescent Parfums. They also have Baklava and Aqua Rose is the name of the other one. This is my favorite, though, of the 3 from that particular line thus far. And although it doesn't say like rosé anything, it's not saying it is a flanker, it smells similar to me, but this veers more than the other one does. So this one does, it has this beautiful jasmine and sort of a fruitiness. I think it's from plum again, right away. You still get that apple crisp sort of vibe to it, or some sort of appley, not necessarily apple crisp, but some sort of appley, like cooked sort of thing going on. So it has the jasmine, the fruitiness, and then it still has like a brown sugar sort of thing. So it has that somewhat, this is not a gourmand, I wouldn't call it a gourmand, but it still has a gourmand sort of vibe to it. Maybe some tonka and woodiness as well. It's yummy. I think there's cinnamon in this, which might be why I'm thinking like cooked apple stuff, because I think I'm picking up cinnamon. But yeah, so this one is like this more sexy and also more feminine slightly version. Whereas I would say Rosé All Day is just very much unisex. I mean, it smells like apple crisp in a way. It smells like other things, not a straight gourmand, which is actually why I really like Rosé All Day is because even though it sounds very gourmand, it doesn't just smell like food like some of them do. So yeah, that's a little bit more on the apple crisp sort of brown sugar side, whereas this is more floral for sure. Like the jasmine is a very strong note here, not indolic at all though. I actually really like this. And as you know, sometimes jasmine smells like halitosis to me. It does not here. It smells yummy. But yeah, I get like a sort of a, like if you imagine like cooked plums with like cinnamon and honey dripped over them. That sounds good. That's what this smells like that with jasmine. So this might actually be even more of a favorite for me now than Rosé All Day, even though I've loved this one for a long time. But that's Midnight Jasmine. I do think this one, you know, if we're going to label it or put it on a continuum, this one does lean a little bit more towards traditionally feminine, whereas I think Rosé All Day is just unisex. And then the last one, the most recent addition, is this Rosé Noir, and here's what the box looks like. I think the boxes still look somewhat similar to what they did before the new bottles, but anyway. Oh, by the way, the Midnight Jasmine comes in 60 mils. These like Pearlescent Parfums all are in 60 ml bottles. And then again, the Rosé Noir is 50 ml because that's what all the Gallagher line comes in now. So this one, it says apple crisp, plum, leather, oud, tonka bean, and stainless steel. So the leather and oud are what are meant to kind of set this apart from Rosé All Day. So I'll be honest, I think I only smelled this once when I first got it. So this is kind of a first impression-y sort of things. It's been a while since I've smelled it. All right, here we go. Yeah, I get leather right away. There's no like skanky oud in here. Like there's nothing barnyardy to this. I can still get a faint apple sort of thing. I would say that the oud comes out more of a dry woodiness, like a drier oud. And I can't pick that up, but it's a lot of leather in this one. The sweetness is definitely toned down, although there is some sweetness still there. I don't get as much of a metallic vibe from this, even though it still says stainless steel. I can't pick that up as much as I can in Rosé All Day. I do get some rose, which makes sense. Rose, by the way, is also in Rosé All Day. Duh. I should have said that, but I figured the name probably gives it away. Yeah, it's like woody, a little bit maybe of a dark but not sweet vanilla, but mostly just leather and a little bit of like fruits maybe, like the appley sort of thing. Much less sweet. So to me, this has gone more on the other end of the spectrum as leaning more masculine. However, I think this is still very unisex. Like if you like the smell of leather, you should try this for sure, because this is a really nice leather sort of focused fragrance. Yeah, so honestly, if I were to pick a favorite, I do think for me, Midnight Jasmine is my favorite of these three. However, I enjoy all of them. I think that personally, I would not reach for Rosé Noir as much just because I don't tend to wear like heavy leather fragrances. For example, I love like Tom Ford's ombre leather. Love the smell of that, but I cannot wear it myself. I've tried. I've purchased that twice now, and both times just ended up getting rid of it or selling it because it's like, I love the way it smells, but I want someone else to wear it, you know? And so for me, this just maybe goes a little bit out of kind of what suits my personality or my vibe, but I think it would smell really good on anyone who really enjoys leather fragrances. So yeah, this is probably my favorite, Midnight Jasmine, and then Rosé All Day, which I really love and I have for a long time. And then the Rosé Noir is my least favorite of these three, but mostly just for personal preference reasons. Like I said, it's more masculine than I personally, or more traditionally masculine than I personally would like to wear. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. Thanks again to Daniel for sending me these. Like I said, I have liked his fragrances for a long time, but it's very kind of him to send me this stuff. He does not have to do that. He's a very small brand. So anyway, I hope you all liked this video and found it helpful. Let me know if you have smelled these, which is your favorite, or if you haven't, which one sounds like the best for your personality type. Leave that comment down below and I'll see you all soon. Thanks, have a great day, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.